if you look at the direct selling industry, the global revenue is 180 billion USD. You see, this is a big business. And how many people are involved? There are about 150 million people worldwide involved in this industry.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Sinaran podcast. I'm Sean, your host today, and today we'll be diving deeper into a topic that stirs up a lot of debate, which is network marketing or MLM. There are so many misconceptions about this industry, and we are here to clear up the air. Joining me is my dad, Ronald, with over 40 years of experience in this business. And let's talk about the myth, the truth, and what really makes network marketing works. All right, Dad, thank you so much for being here today. For today, let's dive deeper into the misconception about the network marketing industry. My first question is, do you need to get in early into the MLM business or network marketing business in order to make money? The reason why I'm asking this is because many people think that people on top, they normally earn the most, where people below you, your brand partners or your downlines, they have to work hard, and then you basically get all the benefit. So this is what people think about.
What you are saying is partly correct. If you find a company that is new, if you get in early, if you work hard, okay, of course, you stand a better chance. But there are people who get in much earlier than me, okay? I think there are easily thousands of people that, are earlier than me, and yet they do not make it, okay? So why? So this means that it is not just getting in and then staying there and then you will make all the money. But if this is a pyramid scheme or a money game, then yes. Because those are different. You don't really need to build because they are all based on, some of them, they are based on the amount of investment. And actually, if you talk about money game, is actually they are paying new money with old money with new money. That means they are paying you actually not with real profit generated from the investment, actually from people who got in and they, normally this kind of plan is you have to invest quite a bit of money. All right. Now, another thing is, now what about companies have been around for years, Like in Malaysia, MLM have been around for 50 years. What about, there are some companies, okay, from the US, they came in about 40, 50 years ago. There are still people getting in and building the business, One of my very first company that I got in 40 years ago, people are still qualifying. So it is not so much on how early you get in. It is how much effort and how much hard work you put in to build your business. Okay, or maybe I put it this way, just like any other business. Okay, do you think now you can still open a cafe business?
Of course.
Yes, absolutely. The cafe business, the coffee shop business have been around for hundreds of years, and yet you see new brand coming out. Why? So, this is all based on your own hard work, effort, and of course, timing is also very important, of course. Another thing, just now you asked is, people on top always makes the most money. I agree with that, of course. But you have to start from below to get to the top. Just like in any other company, any other corporation, can you just, after you graduate, can you become the CEO of the company? You cannot. You have to start from the lower rank first. Or maybe, if you are a graduate, maybe you join, a bank, say for example, as an officer first. Then only after certain years you get promoted. Probably one day you become the CEO. And in a corporation, how many CEOs are there? Only one. But in the MLM industry, it's different. There can be unlimited top ranking people, you know. Now I make it to the top rank in 2.5 years. There are people who are faster, and there are some people who make it slower, you know. Some may take 5 years, 10 years, you know. But of course, this company is in Malaysia only for 4 years. But yet people are still making it. It is not the, let me put it this way lah. In corporate environment, there is no room at the top, only 1%. But in the MLM industry, there are plenty of room on the top. Everyone have got a possibility that can make it to the top level. It all depends on your hard work.
Yeah.
Okay?
So another thing is that people think that, okay, if I don't get in early, you know, I basically lose out already, because what they are thinking is that if they join later, right, meaning to say that the possibility of them sharing to other people is going to be slimmer, because people probably heard about, you know, the product already, so they are afraid to actually enter as well.
Now, okay, correct. That is the very common mindset. But if you look at it, this is my 5th company. You know, when I first started this company, I start from zero. Even though some of my previous partners, they did enroll, you know, they did join me, but they did not build the business. Then of course, you know, in order to be successful in this business or any company or any plan for the matter, you got to build people. So what I did is I built new people, the acquaintance, people that I know, that I get to know them after my 4th company, you know, which I have never partnered with them before, you see. So it all depends on your vision, I would say, you know, whether you see the potential in the business or how hungry are you. For me, I was very hungry because I need to get back my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thanks for sharing. All right, moving on. Since MLM is a legit business, right? Why do people, you know, their first thought when they hear about the word MLM or network marketing, they will associate this industry with pyramid scheme?
Okay, now let's look at the structure first, okay? Now, you tell me what organization, when you draw out the structure, is not a pyramid. You talk about the corporate structure. You have a CEO, okay, or a general manager. After that, you have divisional heads. After the divisional heads, probably you have manager to run the company, you know. We have sales manager, you have marketing manager, you have got admin manager for different division. Then below the manager, they have got a group of workers. Yeah. You see, I have been in sales before, you know. That company that I was with under employment, okay, we have got 2 sales manager, one in charge of KL Central and one in charge of the other states and branches. And then just in KL Central alone, we have got 8 salesmen, you see. If you draw it out, it looks exactly like a pyramid. You look at the government structure. You look at it, if you draw it out, you know, you go to a government department, you see that they draw out the organization chart, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like a pyramid? Okay? You look at your family tree structure. Yeah. You draw it out. You know, your great-great-grandfather, then your great-grandfather, how many brothers and sisters they have. Then you go down one more level to your grandfather, okay? Then to your parents. How many uncles do you have? Okay? Then how many cousins do you have? You draw it out, doesn't it look exactly like a pyramid?
Yeah.
So anything, if you draw it out, it looks like a pyramid.
Even sports teams as well.
Correct.
You know, like football, where there's a manager, then there's a coach, head coach, sub-coach, you know.
Correct. Everything you draw it out. Even competition, you know, football competition, you know. But nowadays, they are very smart. They don't draw it out top down. They draw it out the other way around. So it becomes like a funnel. It is the same thing.
Yeah.
All right? That is the structure. That's why it's already imprinted into people's mind. It's a pyramid.
Yeah.
Okay, but if this is really a pyramid, you think the government is going to approve this kind of business? It will be a scam. You see?
Yeah.
Do you know that the legit business have got plenty of watchdog? Let's talk about Malaysia. Malaysia, we have got the Ministry of Home Affairs. Then we have got the DSAM, and then we have got there are other associations that protect the distributors. Then they have got this anti-money laundering department. They have got this. There are so many watchdogs. And then all the products that have been sold through the MLM company, they have to go through a very rigid kind of approval. You have to submit to the Ministry of Health if you are dealing with some kind of a health product. You have to go through. And normally, this kind of approval will take not months, years. Sometimes 1 or 2 years to get approved. You see?
Yeah.
So the MLM industry is a very closely watched industry. And you look at it, if you would have done your own due diligence, the global network marketing or MLM, people like to term these three together, direct selling, MLM, and network marketing. Okay, but actually they are a bit different. But they can lump up under one sector called direct selling. Because under direct selling, you have got single level marketing, then you have got multi-level marketing, then you have got direct marketing, or those days you have got mailing, mailing lists, people sell a product to the television. All these are grouped under direct selling. Okay, now if you look at the direct selling industry, the global revenue is 2022. That was the last figure I got, is 180 billion USD. You see, this is a big business. And how many people are involved? There are about 150 million people worldwide involved in this industry. Now you tell me that this is not people who are skeptical, who are against the direct selling or MLM. Those people are actually ignorant. They don't know, or they cannot burn before. They venture into a money game scheme. Normally money games require you to come up with a lot of money. There's one scheme that is operating in China. They recruit people to go to Nanjing. If those people who cannot burn, you know what I'm talking about, lah. You got to come up with hundreds of thousands of ringgit to get involved. They are talking about property scam.
Yeah.
It is that big. But if you look at a typical MLM company, there is no forcing. You join as a member, okay? You only have to pay a small amount of fees. Normally, it's I would say less than 200 ringgit, depending on what company, Like for our company, you can join with a nominal amount of money, and when you buy product, your joining fees is deductible. You see. So if you are buying product later, it will be deducted, you see.
Yeah.
So these are legit company. We never force people to, And another thing is, there are also some legit company, but they promote it like a money game plan. They load people with thousands and thousands of dollars of worth of product. No, but a legit company allow you to build it slowly at your own pace.
So, what separates a legit MLM business and a pyramid scheme? Maybe you can tell the audience a little bit more, like how to actually spot a pyramid scheme.
Okay, very simple. First, you check the direct selling license in Malaysia. Even though today many direct selling scheme or MLM scheme, whatever they call it, it is available, you can register online. But Malaysia is a very strict country, okay? Just like there's a few countries I know they are very strict over this. In Korea and Japan also is very strict, all right? You need to check whether this company have not just a business license in Malaysia, okay? They must also have a valid direct selling license. So please go and check first before you jump in. This is number one.
This can be found online?
Yes. Because I did check about this company before I get in. Okay. First, you can go to ROC and check. Okay. See whether they have this a business license. They are registered in Malaysia or not. Second thing is, you can go to the office and you can ask for our company, we call the person in charge is called a country manager lah. Okay, or a general manager, or even a director if it's a local company. You ask him for a direct selling license. See whether they obtain it, or they buy it, or they are doing it under a different name or not. There are people who can do it. They say that we are actually using this. Okay, so you better check first, and you check what are their pay up capital. Because for foreign company, they need to have a pay-up capital of 5 million ringgit. Okay? For local companies, it's less. So you can go and check all this first. That's number one. Whether it's legit or not. Second thing is, whether they are forcing you or loading you with a lot of products or not. Okay? There are some schemes that they may load you with 50, 60, maybe even 100,000 worth of investment or products, because they say that, in any business, you need to come up with money, You need to stock up some product, which is true, but you don't need to stock up so much. For me, the most is a couple of thousand ringgit to start. That's it. So you have to check, okay? Sometimes it's not the company, it is the distributor, the person who is operating the business. Actually, they formulate a system to do it so that when they ask people to buy up, in big quantities, the volume are higher and they can help them to rank up faster. And that is not the right way.
So there are also many scam companies. They at the beginning disguise themselves as a legit business, then turn out to a scam. Is that so?
It's also possible, it could be a wolf in a sheep's skin, I would say.
Yeah.
But then sometimes some of these companies, they may have the license. It is difficult to spot. So the only way is to spot is whether they load you or not. Whether they got front we call front loading. If it is a few thousand ringgit, you cannot classify them as a front loading because sometimes for convenience sake, you may need some product first, you may buy up some, for a few thousand ringgit to start, I don't think so. But if they ask you to fork out with 50, 60, or even 100K to start a business, MLM or network marketing business, definitely it's not the correct way. Okay, so you have to be a bit smart on this.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Everyone out here, don't get into pyramid scheme or scams.
Another thing that I like to show you is sometimes people will show you, those days when companies they still issue check, they show you check. Okay, their check or their uplines check how much money they are making. Of course, today they no longer use check, you see. So they show you the statement, they show you statement, this is how much I make. Or maybe now they can even open their bank account, or their back office nowadays is all online. They can show you how much they earn, So normally people who brag about how much they earn, normally these people have got no confidence. So they are not a true builder. They just want to, because people are driven by greed, But of course, there are some very close friends, sometimes just want to motivate you. They show you, then it's okay because you know them very well, you see. But if I have known some companies or some distributors, they are using this kind of tactic to lure people in, which is not it's not correct. Then they will tell you, if you join us, this is the kind of income you will make in, maybe in 2 years' time. But this is the amount you got to come up with, to invest. You got to come up with 50,000, 60,000. This is not right, I would say, It
is forceful, and there's a lot of false promise, Yeah. Thank you for sharing. I hope all of you were able to, get a better understanding on how to actually differentiate MLM and also a pyramid scheme, and at the same time how to actually spot a scam company lah. So thank you so much for sharing. Moving on, I'm very curious. Is MLM all about just recruiting people? Like if I want to get into MLM but I'm an introvert,
Okay.
then it's very hard for me to do really, right?
Recruiting is part of building your business. But there are many people who doesn't recruit. They still make money. It depends on what you want. If you talk about a housewife, she just loves the product. This product is really good. It can help people to solve some of their health issues, or it could be a very wonderful dishwasher or floor cleaner. They just like to share this product with their friends, and when their friends buy, they make some side income. To them, it's okay. They don't need to recruit. And so if they can develop a list of very faithful customers, nowadays most of the company, they have got this preferred customer kind of a segment whereby people who are not interested in building, they can register as a preferred customer. And if you introduce them to open an account and prefer a customer, because preferred customer normally will buy at a cheaper price lah, we call wholesale price lah. And because of this, just by sharing or recommending to use the product, you get paid. If you build this on a regular basis, you may have a lot of customers, in the end. And because of this, you may earn some residual income. For a housewife, maybe just making 500 ringgit a week, our company pays you every week, so I use a week. There are some older companies who still pay you by the month, you see. So if every week you talk about making 500 ringgit, 1 month, a housewife, have to take care of the children, can make about a side hustle with 2,000 ringgit regular basis. Don't you think that she's happy? So for this case, she don't need to do any recruitment. She just have to share the product, how good it is, That's it. There's no forced selling.
Yeah.
But if you want to build a large network, you want to build good residual income, you got to build network. Like for example, me, I don't like to sell product, even though I come from the sales industry lah, But I want to build network, because you tell me what business that you don't need to recruit to expand. Say for example now lah, you open a company. Say you sell vacuum cleaner lah. I was selling vacuum cleaner, one of my very first job. Okay. Then after that, I also I sell online. I import some, robot vacuum from China, and I branded my own brand. I was selling online. You still need to sell, isn't it? Either you sell online. I remember I also ran spaces in complexes so that I can do some demonstration. I sell. You can see plenty of this, isn't it? So let's say, for example, if you got no staff, you have to do it alone, isn't it? You sell online, you got to do it on your own. You rent space, you got to do it your own. So if your business is good, don't you think that it's better for you to hire 1 or 2 more staff? So you train this 2 person, and 1 person can take care of the online business for you. Another 2 or 3 person can take care of your business, maybe 1 in Mid-Valley, and maybe 1 in Sunway Pyramid, and probably you can go to another place to so you actually expand your business, right? But of course you got to pay them, and you got to pay them some commission. That's how it works, right? Say for example, it grow bigger. Don't you think that you need to hire a manager to manage this small group of salespeople, promoters, correct? So what you do, you focus maybe on the ordering of the product, you search for new product to come in to sell. That's how it works. If your business grow even bigger, so what should you do? You hire a general manager to manage for you. That's how it works. Similarly, in the direct selling or the MLM business, you come in alone. maybe you and your wife, one account, 2%. Then you start recruiting people. Don't you think it's the same, like hiring salespeople? But you don't need to pay them. The company will pay them. And because of your effort, you introduce this business to them, you recruit them, they become your downline. Downline is only a term. Don't you think that you get rewarded a small percentage? That's how it works. And the best part about the network marketing or the MLM business is it goes by the level. Different marketing plan have got different scheme, you see. Some companies go up to 5 levels, 6 levels, 7 levels. Even like binary plan is infinity. You keep the volume. Don't you think it's good? You see? It's the same as any other business. In order to expand, you need to do recruiting.
Yeah.
And the best part about the direct selling or the MLM business is you don't need to pay them. The company will reward them for you. You see?
Yeah.
You see, you get the similarities.
Yeah.
So it's all about, if you want to grow big, it's all about recruiting, training. It's not just recruiting, You recruit someone, you think they will fly. No. You got to, unless you recruit a very experienced MLM guy, people like me, who have been in this industry. Okay. If you recruit a fresh graduate or a new school leaver or a young man, like Sean, like my son, you think I don't need to train him? I need him to expose. Initially when we first got involved, he tell me, hey, please don't ask me to do the MLM business. My son and my daughter both say, no, I'm not interested. So I got to show him that this business is not just about recruiting and selling. There are more to it. You see? So in any other business, you need to sell. Okay, you need to sell either a product or service, either online or physically. If you want to recruit partner, you also need to sell. You need to sell your business idea to the partner. You need funding, correct or not?
Yeah.
It's the same. It's recruiting, selling is part of the business or is part of any other business.
You see, I got a lot of big companies out there, right? Like they grow until so big, they already hired, they basically recruit a lot of team members into their organization. But at the same time, they also go onto YouTube and go and recruit those influencers and ask them to, share about their company or their product, and they get to earn through affiliate. So that's another way. Looks like, based on my understanding, from what you shared, the word recruiting is just a term.
Correct.
From what I get from you, right, is more towards like sharing. You use the product. Of course, at the beginning, you buy a iPad from Apple. You use it, right? Then maybe you were using Samsung last time, but then you fall in love with iPad. Then you will start sharing with people, and then people buy. But the problem is you don't get
paid. Correct.
But so that's why this industry, network marketing, it's all about you sharing with people.
Correct.
And when they use the product, they love it, they will start sharing with other people.
Correct.
And from there onwards, you can get paid.
Correct.
So that's why people put in way more effort to actually go and recruit, basically, go and share with more people.
You see, a lot of people also, they cannot differentiate what is the difference between direct selling, direct marketing, affiliate marketing, online marketing, and now social media marketing. All these have different names, so it's different. It's totally different. Companies that engage influencer to expose their company and then they make money, through affiliate marketing is totally different. Affiliate marketing is not network marketing. Don't get it wrong. Okay? Affiliate marketing is not for everyone. Okay? But the network marketing is for everyone. If you don't know about this business or if you are new to this business, what you can do is you can join them. There are so many training available within that company. But of course, you also must be smart. if you join a company or a team, there are some companies who are so big, their own team, they form their own team, they have got their own training. You take a look whether this company or this team make money on the network of distributing the products, or they make money on the training and material they sell. I got a very good mentor 40 years ago when I first met him. His name is Mr. Fu. He says that we should not make money on events and from supporting materials. Okay? But we should not sell them too cheap either. So the money we make, a little bit of profit we make, just to cover the expenses, maybe we can put in a pool, for somebody to manage so that we can use the money later for other purposes, then it's okay. But we cannot choose sky high, Like for example, this is what we do in our team. All the money we make from supporting materials and events, we donate. Okay? So if the company is selling events more than asking you to learn and sell products or to build network, to recruit people, to build your network, that means this company or this team is solely want to take your money from event they make. There are some groups who are so big, actually they make more money than from the network. If you are an experienced networker, you should have known this. So please open your eyes, ask around, do your due diligence, okay, and take a look. But sometimes when you ask them, they will tell you, this is how it works. You got to pay to learn, the fees that we charge you compared to outside, outside. I, as a corporate trainer, I know, I also attended many training before I become a corporate trainer. You must see whether you have to maybe do some research, compare around, and see whether the amount that they charge you is justifiable or not. A good company, normally their trainings are subsidized by the company. Normally. Okay? The company, like my company, okay? Normally they charge below. They got to provide you with food, lodging, and also materials, So, and yet they are charged, when I first started, I asked them, hey, how come we are charging so cheap? They said, oh, never mind, the company have got some budget, we subsidize. I think that is very good.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised to hear that some companies basically earn through events and selling material courses or materials.
True.
Looks like basically they want to build up the hype. They organize all these events to get many people, thousands of people to join those events, and then you get new people to join as well to bring the hype.
Correct.
But I think long term, right, this is not sustainable, because most of the time we will be alone, right? If you don't train us as a independent individual, then how are we going to share it with others?
Correct. So in our industry, you talk about training and then you talk about building people, It's not about you. It's about empowering your team, okay? If you can spot a potential builder or a leader, you have to train him or groom him to become a leader.
So looks like when you reach the top in this network marketing business or MLM, right? Looks like, do you still need to recruit people, or it's more like you supporting your team members and grooming them up?
I will still recruit if I see a potential one, but I would not recruit just like when I first started the first 2 years. I remember when I first started this 4 years ago, during my first year, I recruited about 100 people. Okay, mainly because I got to build fast, number one is. Number two is because of the uniqueness of this product, people want to try. And number three is I want to look for leaders. Because in order to build a network, depending on plans, some plans require you to search for many leaders. For us, because we are in a binary plan, because of the structure of the binary, I need at least 2 leaders. So when I first started, I was looking for the leader. So I was lucky I managed to get one on one side but the other side was very weak. It was only until the third year I managed to find two leaders on the other side, okay? In fact, now I'm building 6, 3 on the left and 3 on the right, okay? Because if you look at, for the structure of this company that I'm with now, in order to be secure, I'm talking about securing means once you build it, it will never collapse. I need at least 6, 3 on each side. So, and of course, these people, some of them are experienced, some of them are not experienced. So for those who are not experienced, of course, I need to spend time and guide them, and help them to, to build up to certain a level so that they can be independent on their own.
Makes sense. Okay, one last question for you. Can MLM be a sustainable long-term career?
Of course, companies have been around for 70 years because MLM is not new. It started in the 1950s. Okay, those companies are still around, and they're very big. They're $1 billion company. Okay, but of course, after so many years, the industry have evolved because after certain years there are new technology, new things is different. Today everything is online and through the internet. Today actually you can virtually build a business right in the comfort of your home. We have got brand partners in my company. We call ourselves brand partners now. We have got brand partners. One very good example is we have got one brand partner that I know. She's a Malaysian, but married to an Australian, and she's now staying in Australia. She got to take care of 7 children, and she is taking care of her ailing husband. The husband is not in good health, and she need the money. So she start building from her home, through social media, through the internet. And she can reach the highest rank. You see? Fantastic, right? So if you know how to make use of technology, you know how to make use of tools, now is the best time to get involved in this business.
But a lot of people, they have full-time job. They're afraid of taking this leap of faith to try. What do you recommend them to do? Like maybe part-time? Yeah.
Yeah, of course, you can start out part-time. After you get you're off from work, you can do it in your home. You can maybe, let me just tell you how we got recruited, how we found. Actually, a few of us actually saw one of the a video post, I think in YouTube, or I can't remember whether it's YouTube or Facebook. Then he was talking about this technology, this small little patch. So then when my friend asked me to look into it, so I said that this is too good to be true, So why don't we buy some and try it out? That's it, starting out of curiosity. And because of his exposure, and this person, he is very young, only 20 years old at the time. And if he were to come to us and try to convince us, I think it's very difficult because he got no experience in the MLM industry. But because he, young generation, they know how to, put record and put it into social media. And because he exposed himself, so we got a chance to take a look, and, people are curious. We are curious, So the only way, and then after trying, we find it is so good. So we are thinking, maybe we can build, if he can do it without any experience. And that's how we got into this business, you see. Today you can get lucky very easily, not those days. So if you know how, if you're smart enough, you know how to make use of technology, the world is yours, I would say.
Of course. But the product have to work lah.
Definitely.
If not, why would people want to, share with people, want to join the business, right?
Definitely.
That's why
definitely
you have to really do your due diligence.
You must, I would say that you must have a very unique product to pique people's curiosity, to pique people's interest lah. So, a lot of people that they post on internet, they post on the product, they say how good, how good, how good, how good. Actually, no use. You are pushing people away. You take a look at your Facebook page, you see how many people unfriend you, you know already. That means you are too pushy. You don't post them. You can talk about them, you don't, I've seen people, they even post the product, they put the price there, if you're interested, PM me. No, cannot. You have to use a little bit of, I would say, you have to be smarter than that. Before we end, Sean, I think I have got some thoughts I want to tell the audience now. Now, if you have been in this industry, the network marketing or the MLM industry for some time, and if you are stagnant, if your group does not grow, you have to ask yourself this question. Why? There could be a few reasons. Number one is you are not working hard enough. Number two is your strategies are wrong. The approach that you use are wrong. Correct? Number three is you have no leadership. You have not built up your leadership. People do not want to be associated with your team. These are the three reasons I can think of. Number one is you are not working hard enough. Number two is you are using the wrong strategy or wrong approach. Number three is you have not built up your leadership level yet. People do not want to follow you. So you work on this. If you see which one is that you are lacking, you have to work on it. Okay. And sometimes when your group is falling, there's no way for you to build them up again. They are losing faith in you. They are losing trust in you. The only way is to find new ones. And one more thing, you have to give yourself time frame. How many years you want to try on your company? If it is not going, you have to change, just like what I did. Sometimes you need a change. Not just the product, you need a change of environment sometimes, okay? So this is the advice I can give to you.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. I think today's session was great. We learned about how to actually differentiate between MLM and also pyramid scheme. And also at the same time, how do we actually spot pyramid schemes or scams? What sort of way we can actually research before we join a company, right? And also, thank you so much for sharing on how to actually build this MLM business as well, this network marketing business. So in the end, it's not all about recruiting. You gotta be smart, It's all about you being very genuine, sharing with people who you trust, who trust you, and work hard. Give yourself time as well.
Yeah, good. So probably the next session, we're going to talk about leadership, values. What are the things that you need to acquire in order to build a big network marketing business? All right?
Yeah, look forward to that.
Yep. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's it for today's episode of the Sinaran podcast. I hope we shed some light on the misconceptions about the network marketing or MLM industry and given you a fresh perspective. If you found this episode helpful, share it with someone who might need it. Don't forget to follow, subscribe for more insights and inspiring stories. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in the next episode.